Hey guys, it's Kevin here, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be reviewing episode 21 of season 11, The Traveler's Tree, sharing my overall thoughts on it and scoring it out of 10. Without further ado, let's get into it. The episode starts with Ko having a bad dream that the other ninjas are forcing him to get the Traveler's Tea where the land bounty is about to fall. He wakes up feeling upset about it. Meanwhile, Sorla is training Nia to control ice, which she was able to do it for a brief moment. Ko feels sensitive about losing the Traveler's Tea and talks to a boy who tells him that he can get back home by finding the Traveler's Tree. Ko climbs up the mountain and rescues Bulma and Utok, who are about to fall off the mountain. They warn Ko about the fearsome beast who guards the Traveler's Tree. Ko gets to the top of the mountain where he is attacked by Craig, and the other ninja can hear Craig's roars from all the way down the village. For my overall thoughts, I like the dream sequence in this episode. I felt like it is an alternate version of the ninja's arrival in the Neverrealm, which feels like a good reference to episode 16. I also liked how this episode went ahead to give Ko a bit more focus, especially by having him to make up for his mistakes of losing the Traveler's Tea. Now, most of you know that he is the only ninja who is getting the least amount of character development, and Ko hasn't had a season of his own lately, but he did get some focus in the Day of the Depart special, but it isn't necessarily a season, unfortunately. Back to Ko, his sensitivity of losing the Traveler's Tea is really giving him some more character development. We get to know that he is also shown to be sensitive at times, and I really liked how the writers are able to approach that. I even like the scene while Ko is just trekking through the mountains. That took place after he encountered Bulma and Utok, and the animation did really well in foreshadowing a battle between Ko and Craig, especially when we see Craig's shadow and the ominous soundtrack incorporated, as well as the blowing snow, which makes this very hard for us to see. It makes the scene more creepy, which is something that I liked. Aside from that, I didn't like how this episode ended in a cliffhanger. I feel like it's taken up space that is needed to tell a better story, especially when it is a waste of episodes which led to the rushed conclusion of the Ice chapter, but I will get more into that when I'm done making a video on my final thoughts for the Ice chapter. I also didn't like the filler in this episode. Ko's search for the Traveler's Tree is more of a subplot rather than a portion of the main plot, especially when this didn't have anything to do with defeating the Blizzard Samurai and freeing the realm from its eternal winter. And the problem with filler episodes is, again, it takes up space for the relevant things that should be in the story. In terms of the Traveler's Tree, I feel like this plot convenience shouldn't be here, especially when it feels like an easy way that the ninjas can return home. It ruins the best quality of the story when it's like, oh, we're gonna get to the Traveler's Tree and we're finally gonna get home. This is where the story takes a huge turn. Instead of having another way that the ninjas can find their way back, we have this plot convenience which takes away the conflict that is needed to develop the story more, such as the ninjas having to deal with being stuck in the Neverrealm and having to look for harder and complicated ways to get back home. A lot of fans have been expecting other ways and coming up with theories that the ninjas can return to Ninjago, such as the Frost Dragon or some other kinds of alternatives that they can ride or use to get back home, but I forgot what it was. I didn't like Shay's dialogue in Ko's dream, especially when he said to Ko that he can only be the ninja's friend again if he has the Traveler's Tea. Even though it is only a dream, some fans didn't like it, and I personally didn't like it as well. It's a very childish way of saying that a person can be friends with someone again if they get something. Not to mention Bulma and Utok's argument is kind of annoying, even though it was funny, but I can get over with it. My score for this episode is 6 out of 10. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share it with anyone or everyone you know. In the description, you'll find a link to my Twitter account, and you can let me know about your thoughts on Twitter. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.